Hello everyone. Welcome you all for the module 5 called as Information Technology 2000. That is, we call it as IT Act 2000. Means what are the rules and regulations made to avoid the cyber crimes, right? So after studying the cryptography subject, like what are the encryption decryption algorithm, what is digital signature, where we need to use all those algorithms, why we need to use, and what are those situations, right? So what are the cyber crimes, how to overcome these cyber crimes, everyone aware, right? What are cyber crimes? Maybe when you are doing online transaction, someone is cheated, right? So instead of real bank person, you may cheated with someone, right? That is a one cyber crime. Like that you will be facing in your day life, right? So many cyber crimes, how to overcome those cyber crimes? For that, government has made some of the acts, right? Some of the rules and regulations, that is called as Information Technology 2000, right? So what is the main aim and objectives? That is the first topic. So you may get a question like to explain aim and objectives of IT Act 2000, right? So it is an act, important law related to Indian cyber law, right? Cyber laws. So what the main goals of these or the objectives is to give legal recognition to transactions, right? So whatever transactions you are going to do, it should be legal recognition, right? Whether it may be electronic or it may be through internet. Then to grant legal recognition to digital signature, right? So some documents may be signed by a person or a source or a sender through a key, right? Through his private key, and it should be verified by a public key. So that digital signature for accepting any agreement, right? So that is important. To provide facility for filling documents online, right? Everything is online, every forms you are filling online, but there should be some security provided behind, right? So in between anyone cannot modify. Then to authorize any undertake to store their data in electronic storage, right? So what is the amount stored in your account, that should not be revealed to anyone else, right? So those are some of the information that should not be attacked by any other person, right? Then to prevent cyber crime by imposing high penalty for such crimes, right? So cyber crime department is there, so that will be taking care of any cyber crimes that are going to happen. Then to keep legal recognition for keeping books of account by bankers, right? So it can be for anything, right? That are the main objectives of this IT Act. Then what is the scope? The scope is which addresses these issues. One is legal recognition of electronic documents, then legal recognition of digital signature and any offenses that are going to happen, then justice dispensation of for cyber crimes. These are the main scope, right? Where we are going to use these IT Act is in electronic document, digital signature or offenses, and for cyber crimes. Okay. So that may be the question to explain the objectives and the scope. Then one more very important question you are going to get is define the following terms with respect to IT Act 2000, or they may ask you to explain the major concepts of this IT Act 2000. This is very simple. The major concepts means some of the definitions, right? The terms involved in these cyber laws. What are the terms involved is, say first one is called access, means gaining authority, entry into or instructing or communicating with logical, arithmetical or memory function resources of computer. So we want to access any resources of computer or your mobile, right? Or your bank details. Those are the things gaining access, right? That is gaining entry into. So I want to withdraw amount. I want to go to bank. I want to access my account, means I should be an authorized person. Then addressee. Addressee means person who is intended by the originator, right? So receive the electronic record but does not include any intermediary. So addressee means who, means a person who is intended by the originator, means I want to communicate to bank to access my account. That is a addressee. Then adjudicating officer is an officer appointed. Then affixing digital signature means which algorithm we are going to use, what is the procedure for authenticating, and what are the keys to be used for digital signature. Appropriate government means who is responsible, will be having these laws. That is, here appropriate government is a state law enacted under list 3 of 7th schedule to the constitution. So you know, all laws are there in this constitution, so there is a separate schedule for these cyber crimes, right? Then asymmetric crypto system, which is a algorithm used, what are the key pairs, right, which are used in digital signature. That is asymmetric crypto system. Certifying authority means CA, who is responsible for granting license to issue this digital signature certificate, right? Then under section 24, certification practice statement means which is given by CA, so which is having issuing the digital signature certificate. Then computer, you know, it is an electronic machine which perform many computations, right? So all those things, the machine. Then computer network means an interconnection, right? Internet, right? Through which all operations we are going to perform. Then computer system, the whole computer with the other devices, collection of devices, input, output, etc. Then data, right? You know, data means representation of information, knowledge, facts, or concepts, right? So that is what we are going to process. Then digital signature, it is an authentication of electronic record by a subscriber, means of electronic method, so which is under the section 3. Then electronic form with reference to information means any information generated, right, or sent or received or stored in media, that is an electronic form. Then electronic gadget means any official gadget published by electronic form, right? Electronic record means same, means of data record. Information already we discussed. Then intermediary with respect to any particular electronic message, any person on behalf of another person, we call it as intermediary. Then key pair. Key pair is in a asymmetric crypto system, we may use private key which is also related to public key, that is called as key pair. These are called as major concepts or some of the definitions, terminologies defined in IT Act 2000. Okay, so the next topic is called important provisions. Important provisions, this is a one compulsory question you will be having. Explain any important provisions of IT Act 2000 or explain this. One is digital signature or legal recognition of electronic records, legal recognition of digital signature. The whole chapter will be concentrating on these things only. Okay, so what are the important provisions? We should explain with respect to these three. This is a one very important question. See here, first one is called digital signature, that is authentication of electronic records. So we studied digital signature is signed by some of the means by the sender through a cryptographic algorithm, and which is verified by the receiver, right, again through the algorithm. So that digital signature is used for authentication of electronic records, right? Any subscriber may authenticate to electronic record by affixing his digital signature through a any authentication algorithm, that is asymmetric crypto system or hash function. It is also a type of cryptographic algorithm, right? So we studied hash. It is a mapping of one set of inputs to other set of output, where we are getting that value result is called hash result, right, which may be same for some of the inputs, but it may not be same. It is computationally infeasible to construct the same hash result for the same input, right? Two electronic records can produce same hash result using a same algorithm, or it may be different. any person by the use of public key of the subscriber can verify. That is what in digital signature, to generate a signature we use a private key. To verify we should use public key, right? So private key and public key are unique to the subscriber. Means we already discussed key management, how these keys will be generated and how it will be distributed to these two persons, right? So that is what it is, a unique queue, right? So that is what we call it as digital signature. Then legal recognition of electronic records. Electronic governance means legal recognition of electronic records. That is records. What are legal recognition? Means any law provides the information or any other matter shall be written or in typewritten or printed form, right? So that is the laws, right? Means made available in a electronic form or accessible to usable for subsequent reference. That is called as legal recognition for electronic records, which is written in or it is made available in electronic form. What is the information that should be shared? Then legal recognition of digital signature. See, already we discussed what is digital signature. Where any law provides the information or any other matter shall be authenticated by affixing the signature, or any document shall be signed, right? That is what the legal recognition we call it as. So it is legally recognized means that should be signed with the authorized person, right? The signature is affixed. Then use of electronic records and digital signature in government and its agencies, right? Who can use, how to use. So where any law provides for filling of any form or issuing the grants of any license or receipt or payment of money for a particular manner, all these will be takes place through government, right? So there will be a separate section or subsection which issues a rules who can be given an electronic records or who can provide keys for generating, right? That is called as the legal recognition or use of electronic records and digital signature. How to use, right? Who can use. Then the next topic is in the same, retention of electronic records. How you can make a retention, means retention is how you can keep the same thing, right? So where any law provides documents, records or information shall be retained for some specific period, means so it is valid for half year or 1 year or 2 days, 3 days. That is called as retention, right? Documents and electronic records. So the information contained therein remains accessible, right? So has to usable for subsequent references. How you can retain means the validity or a time is specified. That is called as retention. Then publication of rule, regulation, etc. in electronic gadget means, so what is the rules and regulations for that official or electronic gadget, right? Where any law provides any rule, regulation, order by law or notification, right? For everything there will be a notification or what are the rules and regulation that should be used, right? Then power to make rules by central government means in with respect to digital signature. So for this they made act or type of digital signature and how to affix that signature, what algorithm should be used. So all these things are called as the legal recognition of digital signature or legal recognition of electronic document, right? So all these things should be written for this. The topic called as important provisions. Important provisions in IT Act 2000 is digital signature, the legal recognition of electronic records and digital signature. So for electronic records, how to start giving digital signature is through algorithms, right? Already we discussed algorithms, how the keys will be shared, and what is a legal recognition. There will be a separate rules and regulation, right? So which is available in the electronic form, and how to make what are the rules that should be used by government, right? All these things should be written for this important provision. This is a one very important question. Okay, thank you.